my brothers, they gon' roll for me. They oppose me, they get souls to me. Me and my brothers, they gon' roll for me. They oppose me, they get souls to me. Me and my brothers, they gon' roll for me. They oppose me, they get souls to me. Me and my brothers, they gon' roll for me. They oppose me, they get souls to me. Me and my brothers.
Saturdays, we be out teaching on corners. We be out speaking to goners, hoping to bring a few fish to the Adawan. We be out teaching in Babylon. A lot of these niggas can't faze us. A lot of these brothers we speaking to wanna bring kingdom to white again nations. And we just want reparations. And we just wanna see Esau in chains. Half of you niggas saw Django in chain. Half of you niggas saw Toya a slave. Still wanna say the oppressor. This is a cut, keep it a buck. None of my brothers is keeping it shut. Open the book and we bringing them cuts. Every baby we bringing them up. Elevation, we teaching them what? The Bible is prophecy, look in the book. The Bible is prophecy, look in the book. We've been looking at pages. Now we can see that it's talking to me. Now we can see that it's talking to we. Posted up deep, bringing water for free.
My brothers, they gon' roll for me. They oppose me, they get souls to me. Me and my brothers, they gon' roll for me. They oppose me, they get souls to me. Me and my brothers, they gon' roll for me. They oppose me, they get souls to me. Me and my brothers, they gon' roll for me. They oppose me, they get souls to me. Me and my brothers.
Saturdays, we be out teaching on corners. We be out teaching the corners, teaching to put something through on your borders. Saturday, we be out teaching the corners. We be out teaching the through on your borders. Saturday, we be out teaching the corners. We be out teaching the corners, teaching to put something through on their borders. Saturday, we be out teaching on corners. We be out teaching the corners, teaching to put something through on their borders. Saturday, we be out teaching on corners. We be out teaching the corners, teaching to put something through on your borders. Saturday, we be out teaching on corners.
Bring a light to the dark. We posted up out of park. We got a couple of signs. We bringing people to God. We turn and pray to the east. We never bow to the beast. We bring a prayer to the Sabbath and bid the people to feast. We bringing light to the dark. We posted up out of park. We got a couple of signs. We bringing people to God. We turn and pray to the east. We never bow to the beast. We bring a prayer to the Sabbath and bid the people to feast. Judah a lion. In Bethel we learned to Zion when our father fell asleep on the rock. Now we consider wide awake when we don't sleep on the rock. So still be snoozing the stone the builders refusing. Came back around just to bruise him. I wonder who can get through to him. No one but the spirit. So I wrapped a couple letters in packages like a lyric. They distracted cause they heard we the actual people living. They counteract with conjecture. We battle axes and menaces. Limitless, it's a whole vibe. Me and my brothers come together like a whole tribe. Bashamayim, while my arms keep your soul tied to the Father through commandments till your soul rise. Lord knows. We bring a light to the dark. We posted up out of park. We got a couple of signs. We bringing people to God. We turn and pray to the east. We never bow to the beast. We bring a prayer to the Sabbath and bid the people to feast. We bringing light to the dark. We posted up out of park. We got a couple of signs. We bringing people to God. We turn and pray to the east. We never bow to the beast. We bring a prayer to the Sabbath and bid the people to feast. Maybe mix a few drinks, take a sip. That bottle is for the fathers that never got to be here. We live in prophecy clear. We walk in obvious fear. We see in Joshua trees. That water salty in here. That's why we hardly can breathe. Our mental foggy in here. The Father gon' have to burn it. These demons lofty in here. Yo. Don't trip, every place that your soul's hit. Know that you're gonna be ruling these nations, don't quit. He who endures, he has faith. And he who retreats, he lacks patience. Remedial black faces, couldn't walk the line like Jack Chases. Blind leading blind, now that's Mace. Stop following base men. Get this living from in front of me. I don't wanna hear them words come because of me. I pray for grace to appear in the spirit just to come to me. Until then I'm moving humbly, Lord knows. We bring a light to the dark. We posted up out of park. We got a couple of signs. We bringing people to God. We turn and pray to the east. We never bow to the beast. We bring a prayer to the Sabbath and bid the people to feast. We bringing light to the dark. We posted up out of park. We got a couple of signs. We bringing people to God. We turn and pray to the east. We never bow to the beast. We bring a prayer to the Sabbath and bid the people to feast.
Passover. It's the season of holy convocations. Leviticus 23:4. Moses Moses commanded the elders of Israel, strike blood across the door. The Passover, time to purge out the leavening, and let the blood shine bright, cause the first sons born of Israel was saved that night. 1 Corinthians chapter 5, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Luke 22:7 says that that day must be fulfilled, and the Passover must be killed. Now the Passover is holy and kept in honor, so you must be clean. The Most High covers that in Numbers 9:6-13. Loins girded strong, staff in your hand. You must be haste and eat. Be sure those boots strapped tight and fast on your feet. Get rid of all the malice and wickedness in your heart. Be sincere to the word when you're breaking that bread apart. The Most High didn't come for the whole world, but Israel instead. Let's come together united in Yahweh and break this bread.
Posted up by the bar, we got a couple of signs. We bringing people to God. We turn and pray to the east. We never bow to the beast. We bring a prayer to the Sabbath and bid the people to feast. We bringing light to the dark. We posted up by the park. We got a couple of signs. We bringing people to God. We turn and pray to the east. We never bow to the beast. We bring a prayer to the Sabbath and bid the people to feast. They try to tell me they be knowing the secrets that demons stolen and rich me.
Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. All right. First and foremost, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, we're the Anointed House of Saints. All right, coming back at you with another segment of Milk Monday. All right, you already know what it is, man. Like the video when you enter the building, Baba Cashapp. Like the video when you enter the building. It's very important that you do that now that we are a smaller congregation. You got to like the video when you enter the building. Catch the algorithm. Whether you like it or dislike it, I don't even care. Catch the algorithm, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you can't even hear you because you miming right now because you're on mute.
This man got me on mute, y'all. Shalom. How y'all doing? Hey, I was saying if y'all like the video, don't be afraid to share it, man. You know what I'm saying? Share the video.
Yeah, man. Help us out, man. Help us out.
Go ahead, do your thing, Judah. Do your thing.
Baba Cashapp, man. We appreciate everybody in the building. Hey, brother Gordy. Hey, listen. I sent you an email back earlier. All right. So I told you be expecting a call from you soon. All right. So, hey, man. Listen, you got to. Hey, the sister said HOS intros are the best. All praises to the Most High. All praises. That was AHOS Radio. You know what I'm saying? We're doing something a little different. If you do music, send us an email at anointedhos@gmail.com. Well, we might play it for you. We might. I don't know. It depends. You know.
Yeah, I might hear more music from different people than out of Yonitent, right?
Yeah, Big Judah might get on the track. Right? So listen, man, definitely help us out. Like, share, and comment. We want to be active in the comments. So be active in the class. You know, steady, scribe in the class, steady comment. We want to see your comments. We want to see your 2 cents. You know what I'm saying? She said, let me go and send my track. All right, I see you. Right? And we appreciate everybody that's watching. I'm going to shout a couple of people out, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. Captain Yahweh, the Shalom, King. Brother John Allen, there you go. I see you, King. Shalom. I'll see you in a minute. The brother soldier, Kadar Aharon, Shalom. Sister Joan Gilchrist, Shalom, sister. Brother Kadash, Shalom. The brother Nadayab, Shalom. Soldier James, Shalom, King. The brother Kayam Izar, Salaki, if I messed your name up, King, I'm trying. Shalom, Captain Yonatan out here in North Carolina. Shalom. Got the brother Boaz in the building. Shalom. All right. There you go. There you go. Brother, this brother James right here. There you go. Shalom, King. Hey, Soldier Nayam, Shalom, Shalom. Soldier Zaya, Shalom. Sister Kalea, Shalom. All right. Brother Daniel, Shalom, King. All right. Sister Carla, Shalom, Shalom. Brother Tico in the building, Shalom, King. Sister Laretha, Shalom, Shalom. All right, Brother Gordy, once again, Shalom. ML Watts, 800, Shalom, sister. The brother Trey Lindsay in the building, Shalom, Shalom. Got the Elder Canal reminding you to like, share, and subscribe. Shalom to you, Elder. Make sure when you hit the subscription button, you hit the bell on the side. You know what I'm saying? And when you hit that bell, hit all so you get all of our notifications, all right? Make sure you watch our latest camp video as well. We about to be dropping more and more things on this channel. You're going to get camp videos from Atlanta, camp videos from North Carolina, camp videos from San Francisco, all on this channel while we build this channel back up. So make sure y'all are tuned in with us. We need loyal subscribers, loyal watchers, people who are loyal and following what we got going on. We need your support. All right, Sister Zanaya, Shalom, sister. The brother Warrior Micah Allah in the building, Shalom, King. All right, the Sister Hershey official, Shalom. All right. Sister L. Israel Issachar from Virginia. Shalom. You gotta come to North Carolina, come to a new moon, sis. You gotta send us an email, Anointed House of Saints, or Slakia, AnointedHOSNC at gmail.com. All right. Until we get a Virginia camp, you gotta come, feast with us. And the brother Yawasop in the building, Shalom, King, and a sister with the Hebrew name that we cannot pronounce. Shalom, Shalom. All right. Hey man, like the brother Yawasop said, getting them pens, pads, and Bibles ready. You know what I'm saying? And hey, man, listen, once again, make sure you like, share, subscribe. All right. Hit all on that notification bell. All right. Hey, listen. Once again, we don't have super chats right now. The sister Saleha, Shalom, sister. Ayasha. Okay, Ayasha. Shalom. Salakia says, I'm gonna remember that one day. All right. But and we appreciate y'all for tuning in. We don't have super chat, so we're not gonna be able to see when you donate to the live because you don't have the option yet. So whoever donates to the Cash App, you know what I'm saying, I'm definitely gonna shout you out. You still gonna get the same shout out that you've been getting. I just gotta keep checking the email to see who's been donating. But we appreciate all the donations that we've received just thus far, helping us out as a small camp. We definitely appreciate it. And with that, I'm gonna yield to the other one.
Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom to everybody. We are the Anointed House of Saints, as the brother said. Y'all know Daniel 7:18, right? It's the saints that shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. All right? But with that, bro, I just want to go ahead and today we got a class that's gonna be pretty interesting. I think, we have a rabbi, so-called Rabbi Reuven. Reuven. And this white guy, basically, he's a convert, very pious in his remarks and stuff like that towards Hebrew Israelites. Even says things like, there were no black people in Iraq. People in Iraq eat falafel, not hot wings. He said that in the video. So, like, things like that, right? It's gonna be pretty entertaining. Y'all are gonna see. First thing I want to point out, this is a world famous rabbi, right? And he's a convert. He's a convert. He's not an actual, Jewish person. He's a known converted Jewish man, right? He even says in the video that when he first encountered Hebrew Israelites when he lived in New York, he didn't know anything about Judaism. So he's going to talk about us in this video as if he's this natural Jew and we're these heathen. He even calls us Goyim, but he's a convert to our book. He only believes in the Torah itself. I don't think he believes in the Tanakh. It doesn't seem like it because the things he's going to say don't match up with the Tanakh. Though he claims to believe in the whole Old Testament, he's only going to mention the Torah. So little things like that, I just want you guys to, look out for as usual. We'll pull the video up right quick. If you guys have seen it before, then all praises. I just want to go ahead and give our commentary on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we do that a little different than everybody else. Fair use. So y'all can see the video. All right, y'all like the video? Share the video. With that, we're gonna go ahead and get started.
Because why don't you feel good about that?
Why don't I feel good about it?
Judy, y'all can hear that?
King.
We in business. Oh yeah. All right.
Kanye saying?
Both of them and Kyrie, what they got going on.
Well, I'll talk mainly about Kanye.
Right, what about Kanye? Why you don't feel good about what you
Jewish,
saying?
and he's praising.
You're half Jewish.
Yes, and he's praising Hitler, saying the Nazis are cool, and saying the Holocaust didn't happen.
Yeah, now we support Hitler.
Right. All of you?
Yeah. Because Hitler was killing your people, man. Hitler knew who the real Jews were.
For everybody that asking, I believe he was a Christian, if I'm not mistaken. He's a Christian. He believes now that we're the Christians because we believe in the New Testament and that the Jewish people only believe in the Old Testament, mainly the Torah. So that's what he's going to speak on. But I believe he was a Christian before he denounced that and only believes in Judaism now.
Right? Hitler wasn't oppressing my people. He was coming for your nuts. Right? And let me give you a wake-up call, man. You're not a Jew. You're not Jew. Right?
Yeah, let me rewind it a little bit.
See the devil, man. Right?
Sometimes people look.
People, he was coming for your nuts. Right?
All of you?
Yeah. Because Hitler was killing your people, man. Hitler knew who the real Jews was. Right? Hitler wasn't oppressing my people. He was coming for your nuts. Right? And let me give you a wake-up call, man. You're not a Jew. You're not Jew. Right? You're the seed of the devil, man. Right?
Sometimes people look like they know a lot, but in reality, they don't know. They just know a few things, and they make enough of a stink about them that it makes it seem as if they know more than everybody else.
This is Rabbi Reuven. Okay? So just want to let you guys know who this dude is. He's a convert. We can pull that information up if we need to. You know what I'm saying? It's all Googleable, Bingable, Yahooable, whatever you want to call it. Right? It's on the internet. He's a convert. He became a rabbi via having like a rabbi over him that taught him how to do everything. And then he went through this Jewish council stuff and they made him a rabbi after a series of tests and all this other crap. So he's going to boast in his ability to speak their version of Hebrew, in the Hebrew that some people speak today, and the fact that most of our people don't. He's not going to mention that we speak Paleo Hebrew. He's just going to act like we only speak English because he's spoken to Hebrew Israelites, has seen us read in Genesis before. And instead of starting it with Bereshit, we started with in the beginning. And he has a problem with that. So things like that, he's going to try to point out to make it seem as if, we're not authentic, right? But I just want to point that out. This is who this guy is. Listen carefully to what he says. It's going to be a bunch of bullshit.
Similar to those Reshaim, those Israelites, these idiots, Goyim, that they're not idiots because they're Goyim, because there are many smart Goyim, but they happen to be one of the idiots among the nations instead of the righteous among the nations. Now, these idiots have been making a bigger stink lately. I had a few people send me messages about them and say, oh, this is concerning anti-Semitism. Kanye West is talking about the Israelites. Now, I know these morons from years ago.
You see, that's what started it. Nobody gave a damn about us until Kanye West and Kyrie Irving started talking about the Israelites. Now that it's somebody with a name, they all want to speak on us and try to give their own, denounce video, denounce newspaper, denounce movie, denounce book, whatever it is that they're going to do, denounce us all on national television. They're going to do whatever they can to make people denounce us, even if it's themselves, right? To try to slow down the awakening that's happening right now before their eyes.
I remember when I lived in New York, you always had one of these Amaleks in the middle of the street where...
Notice he called us Amalek. So don't let any of these white people or Jewish people ever tell you that Amalek and Esau is dead, because he just called us one of those people, right? Meaning they do believe and teach that they're alive, because this is a convert that didn't even grow up in the neighborhood, right? He's about to tell you. Hold on.
wearing something that he bought from a costume store, and he's yelling and screaming the New Testament, but he's pretending as if he's reading the 10 Commandments from Mount Sinai, and he's reading it in English because none of them know Hebrew, and yelling at everybody that they're the righteous, they're the original Jews, they're the ones, and the Jews of today are fakers, and so on and so forth. Now, of course, at that time that I saw them initially, I didn't know anything about Judaism.
Did you hear how you tried to skip over that? What did dude last week try to do? He sound like them guys at the end of them pill commercials and stuff. When they start talking real fast and try to skip over something. That's what he just did there, right? He was letting you guys know that at the time he saw us, he didn't know anything about Judaism. So he couldn't, try to speak against the things that we say. He still doesn't know anything about, the Jewish law or law of the Jews, I would say, not Jewish law, but the law of the Jews, right? He doesn't know anything about that. And we're going to prove that today, even though he went through all the tests of the crackers and stuff like that. We're going to prove that he doesn't actually know what he's talking about in reference to the Bible and in reference to Israelites as it stands as well.
So there's not much to argue here. I just knew they're idiots because just the way they behave. Today, Baruch Hashem, after Baruch Hashem, I've had enough time to learn enough that they're morons. Why are they morons? Because their entire premise of...
He might have been a Muslim, though. I don't know. I'm going to look it up.
Everything in regards to being an Israelite and the original Hebrews and they're black and all this racism, all of that can be crushed in literally just a few sentences. There's no need for a debate. I will never have a debate with one of these people because, again, they're violent people, both verbally and otherwise. And even more so, they're simply mental midgets because they don't even know what...
The easy way to get out of a debate with somebody
is to say you're never going to do it.
Is to say that all these people, they're violent and they're this and that.
They're mental midgets. They're retarded anyway.
Let's be real. Let's just really be real. And let's look at all the camps throughout the United States of America and abroad. And I want you to count how many Israelite videos that you've seen where hands were put on somebody that it was started by the Israelite. And then I want you to look and see and count how many videos where hands were put on somebody and it was self-defense. Let's be real. That's the easy way. That's the easy way. Come on, stop the cap. Stop the cap. Yama cap again.
Hey, Yama cap. I like that.
But they don't know. First and foremost, your religion of Christianity, and it is your religion because you're reading the New Testament. Anyone that reads and follows the New Testament is a Christian.
So be it. We are the real Christians, right? As they call him, Christ, right? An Israelite is a Christian. So be it.
There's no question about that. God did not give the New Testament to Am Israel at Mount Sinai. New Testament did not exist. Okay, so anyone that reads New Testament, you are a Christian. Rule number one.
He's an idiot.
Wait. Judah. He's right about something. We did not get the New Testament at Mount Sinai. But what was given to us by the brother that was on Mount Sinai, getting stuff for us to give back? Give me Deuteronomy 18 and verse 15. He was told this, dummy, duck monkey, you hairy-faced buffoon.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18 and verse 15, which he didn't read. The Lord thy power will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee.
So look, he's going to, after this, in the next couple seconds, he's going to mention how, Yahushua and people that worship him are idol worshipers and all this other stuff, right? We're not worshiping Yahushua. Nobody ever did. But something that, but something that is mentioned is that there's going to be another prophet that's going to come after Moses. Go ahead. From amongst us. Go ahead.
Khan, of thy brethren, like unto me, unto him ye shall hearken.
So look, this brother is going to come like Moses, and unto him we supposed to listen like we listened to Moses. So Moses is telling you there's somebody else you're supposed to listen to like Moses, but you idiots only listen to Moses. Who's the guy that's supposed to come after Moses? Right? That you're supposed to listen to. You're supposed to get the message before the messianic age, as you guys call it, right? Otherwise, he doesn't come. Says the book from the Messiah himself, right? The book for the messianics, if you will, is the what they call New Testament. Because that's where this prophet spoke that Moses was just talking about. You duck monkey. Okay. Let's hear what else he's going to say. Wait, hold on. Let's prove it. Give me John chapter 12 and 49.
This is the book of John.
Might as well.
This is the book of John, chapter 12, and verse, you said 39 or 49?
49.
This is the book of John, chapter 12, and verse 49. For I have not spoken of myself, but the Father which sent me. He gave me a commandment, what I should say and what I should speak.
So we got a commandment, what we should say, or he got a commandment, rather, of what he should say and what he should speak, right? And it was given to us, right? This is what was told was going to happen by Moses. Moses told us this was going to happen. And it happened just the way Moses told us it was going to happen. And this guy didn't say he came with his own words. He confirmed he came with nothing but what the Father told him to say, which is exactly what Moses said would happen. So who are you to say that the New Testament is not something we should be reading? When Moses said that there's going to be something like that we should be listening to. And a prophet like Hamashiach Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, that we should be listening to.
Number two, you are reading. Let's say you say, no. Let's say if I take aside and I don't read the Jesus part, the Matthew and the Luke and the Stephen and the Joes, whatever it is in there, all these.
It's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, you stupid, hairy buffoon.
These idol worshipers, let's say I discount them. I'm reading from the Old Testament, like they pretend.
He called them idol worshipers, but this man who they are following, not worshiping, following, they're apostles following him, teaching other people what he taught, right? Apostleship. They're teaching what he was taught by the Father, that Moses told us he would be taught, that he confirmed he was taught, in which he was teaching us. But you're probably too stupid to know that, because they do say a monkey's brain compared to the brain of a human is a little bit, it's a little different. Y'all think a little different than us. So it is what it is.
Pretend like they do. I'm reading from the Old Testament, the real word of God. Okay, buddy, let's see you read. Read it to me. Read me the first verse.
I just want to point out that Deuteronomy 18 is definitely the Old Testament. Is it not, Judah?
It definitely is. And I will have a question.
Is it, wait. Is it Torah?
No, it's definitely the Torah.
Okay, just making sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I got a question to land me back off of that, because he said, I read the real word of God. Well, can you tell me who this is in Deuteronomy 18 and verse 15?
Well, he's going to
raise up.
Hey, in fact, just read that through to verse 19 right quick, if you don't mind.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18 and verse 15. The Lord thy God shall raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me. Unto him ye shall hearken, unto all that thou desirest of the Lord thy God in Horeb in the day of the assembly, saying, let me not hear again the voice of the Lord my God, neither let me see this great fire any more, that I die not. And the Lord said unto me, they have well spoken that which they have spoken. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and I will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I should command him. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him.
You see that? So you rabbis teach that we don't have to listen to Hamashiach Yahweh. Some of you are messianic, as they call it, and you believe in the Messiah because you read the Torah and you understand that Deuteronomy 18 is part of the Torah and that is something you guys should believe in. And when you go through all the other prophets of the Bible, right? Give me Psalms 110 and 1. The only other prophet that you guys could possibly say that this is talking about would be King David himself, right? But the problem becomes this, right after where the Torah is, there's this thing called Psalms, which David and the good brother Asaph put together, right? And a couple other brothers too. And you know, what you have to understand here is this. Read that.
This is the book of Psalm, chapter 110 and verse 1. The Lord said unto my Lord, sit thou at thy right hand until I met thine enemies thy footstool.
So sit thou at thy right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool. But the Lord said unto my Lord. Read the first verse. That is the first verse.
It is the first verse.
Is there a commentary at the top that says like who wrote it? What it is?
Psalm of David.
Oh, okay. Damn. So it's a psalm of David, right? When Asaph wrote something, it'll say a song of Asaph or a psalm of Asaph, right? So, like, this is David, and David says he has a Lord, and David is the top man on the planet at the time. He has all of Rabbi Reuven, Reuven's people in captivity, right? They're under his foot. So, if David's got the world at his feet, and the man he called his Lord said that he's waiting to get the world put at his feet, who is that talking about? Has to be Mashiach Yahushua, I would think. Right?
Yeah, it has to be. What's the other explanation? And I would like to hear it. I mean, not that we're talking to him right now, but everybody who says these things, they never say who that is talking about.
They're not, but it is what it is. Let's keep going. Let's hear what else this duck monkey is going to say.
In the beginning, hold on a second. I said read it. In the beginning. Well, no. Read it. In the beginning. I'm reading in the beginning. It's not in the beginning. Where does it say in the beginning? Well, it says right there. No, you're reading the New Testament in English. It says Bereshit bara Elokim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. It's in Hebrew. It's not in English. Your translation is a manipulation. Don't tell me that you that came 1,500 years after Am Yisrael received the Torah, you're going to come to my house, to my religion, to my Torah, and tell me what it says when you don't even know the language, for heaven's sake. So that's argument number 2.
Hey.
Now, of course,
his cap knew that was Yama Cap. His
hey,
cap tried to slide off. Like,
hey, look. Hey, look. He said that, look, it says Bereshit. And then all that other stuff, right? But here's the thing. The reason we're allowed to say all that other stuff, right, is because Isaiah 11:28. Isaiah 11:28. Give me that right quick. Right? Something that has to be understood. A lot of our people don't speak Hebrew. The contemporary Hebrew or the Paleo Hebrew. Is it because we're not the people? Is it because we're not the chosen? Is it because we're imposters? Or is it because the Bible literally says that's what the heck's going to happen to the real children of Israel? Hey, Judah, read that. Isaiah 11:28.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, and it stops at 16. You might be talking about something else.
Isaiah 11?
You talking about
Isaiah 11 can't stop at 16, brother. Hold on just a sec.
Yeah, it does.
Hold on just a
I know you ain't talking about 28 and 10.
Maybe it's 28 and 11. Maybe I was having dyslexia.
Well, let's see.
It's 28 and 11.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 28 and 11. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to his people.
So look, with stammering lips and another tongue, the Most High is going to speak to his people, right? So you keep talking about Hebrew, but the Bible says, Old Testament, this isn't Hamashiach Yahushua, who they call Jesus Christ. This isn't Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. or Stephen. Who else he said?
I don't even know what he said,
He
really.
said Stephen and Smith or something like that. I don't know who he said. Niggas that like, come on, bro. It's yeah. Anyway, but uh, this this is saying that the Most High is going to speak to us with a different tongue, stammering lips, and another tongue, right? So the another tongue is different languages other than the tongue we were given. Why is that? Jeremiah 17:4. This is what we brought out last week that never happened to you idiots, right? The real Israelites lost their heritage. They fell away from it. They went into captivity, and now they're having to wake up because in those captivities they lost their heritage, right?
Right.
So I mean, check this out.
This is the
Read
book of
that.
Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever.
Give me Baruch chapter 2 and 29, and read 29 and 30. See, our people have discontinued from our heritage that he gave us. Put a 7 in the chat if language is part of heritage.
Put a 2 in the chat if language is a part of heritage.
Okay,
I already got them dropping 7s.
Bet. All right, put a 2. He's got y'all playing the numbers game. Put a 2 in the chat if you think what I say.
Language is a part of heritage.
That language is a part of heritage, right? It's got to be. Here's the thing you got to understand about language, right? My mom's Haitian, right? We'll just use that for an example. When you're growing up as a Haitian, they want you to speak Creole, right? So it's part of your heritage. They're not going to speak to you if you grow up in America or whatever like that. They're going to speak to you in Creole. They're going to speak to you in English so that you know how to communicate with people at school and stuff like that. But at the crib, they still going to speak to you in Creole, right? Same thing. If we never discontinued from our heritage, it would have been the same type of situation where our people would have been speaking Hebrew the whole time. But because we did, we're allowed to not speak Hebrew. It's part of your heritage. We discontinued from it. So we discontinued from our language that we're supposed to be speaking as well, right? This was a situation that it's actually recorded in the Bible. When you go through Nehemiah and Ezra, they saw it happening before their eyes. And we weren't even in captivity yet. So if it was happening and we were in the land, what do you think is going to happen when we actually go into captivity? Meanwhile, you imposters are telling people you've had your land and your language since the time of David. And everybody knows that you got there in freaking 48. Like, come on, bro. Y'all got to be serious. Give me the Baruch right quick.
Book of Baruch, chapter 2 and verse 29. If ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations, where I will scatter them. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves.
You see that? We're a stiff-necked people, and he was going to make us a small number among the people. I want you guys to remember that, because the next claim he's going to make is going to be very racist. As soon as he's going to start talking about hot wings and falafels and stuff. Hey, put a 1 in the chat if you ever had shawarma and falafel.
Definitely had falafel. The joint is good, bro.
You see what I'm saying? Brothers like it when they've had it.
You got to try it, though, because we ain't going to try it naturally. Somebody got to tell us to try it.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I just pulled up one day to one of them damn stops and
yo, you wildin'. Somebody had to tell me to try that. I ain't gonna hold you.
I walked up in there and ate it. It was good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. People know what it is. So shawarma, falafel, they got chicken shawarma, they got beef, they got lamb.
Chicken shawarma was crack, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
He's gonna make it seem like all black people eat is hot wings and watermelon and stuff, and there's nobody in the Middle East that eats that, so we can't possibly be Middle Eastern people. He's actually gonna say that.
Right. So Salakia, sister with the Hebrew name that we can't pronounce. In order to share links on IG on your story, you have to change your Instagram to a business account. Once you change it to a business account, you can go on your story and you can share links and stuff. I suggest anybody who wants to share any of our stuff to their Instagram, make a business account. You can just switch it from personal to a business. It ain't gonna change nothing but the fact that you can share links in your story. And more people watch your story than go on your page and watch your pictures.
Yeah, you could do that. Or if you don't want to go through the trouble of that, just take a screenshot of the page and, you know.
Or you could do that too. Well, we appreciate it, man. We appreciate y'all for y'all support, man. We appreciate that.
Let's get back to the video.
If you want to deal with the whole race card, this is what makes them stupid. The first two makes them ignorant. The third one is what makes them stupid. Why?
Just to be clear, we're ignorant because he doesn't know anything about Moses and telling us that Yahushua is going to come. We're ignorant, not him. We are. And we're ignorant because we don't speak Hebrew. Well, some of us don't. And it's not the Hebrew he speaks. And the Bible tells us that we're not going to speak Hebrew and that the Most High is going to speak to us with stammering lips and another tongue. But that doesn't matter to him or them, for that matter. Just wanted to put that out there. We're ignorant and we're stupid. We're the idiots, not them. Right?
They claim to be the original Jews because the original Jews, according to morons, were black. Now, all you need to do is read the Torah to know there could never be a possibility that the original Jews were black. Why?
We're the idiots. We're the morons.
I was about to say he's an idiot because his own Torah is going to cut him with that one.
We're ignorant. We're the idiots. We're the morons. All right. Just watch. Watch. In fact, I'm going to let him talk some more.
Where did the Jews start from? They're going to tell you all types of mumbo jumbos depending on who the yeller is. But the truth is, where did Am Yisrael start from? Avraham Avinu. So where do we learn about Avraham for the first?
Not Abraham. Avraham Avinu.
Time. Where? They're going to tell you, oh, we learn about him in Parashat Lech Lecha. No, it's not Lech Lecha. It's Lech Lecha, and it's not that. We learned.
So clearly, now that you guys know that this is a convert, you can see that he's boasting in the fact that he knows how to speak their Hebrew, right? He has no problem with that. He's boasting in the fact, let me not call it their Hebrew. He's boasting in the fact that he could speak Hebrew, right? Without boasting in the fact that the Bible says the real Jews in part won't. They'll be speaking with another tongue. The Most High will be speaking to them in another tongue. While he's trying to get on us for reading in the beginning instead of Bereshit. Right? So, I don't think we're the ignorant ones. If anything, I would think he's a stupid duck monkey. But that's just my opinion.
The first time about Avraham at the end of Parashat Noach. Noach ish tzaddik tamim bedorotav. Noach. That's the Parashat.
All right.
Hey, this sister just said a mouthful, boy. Demean, denounce, deny. Typical narcissist. Sheesh.
Yeah.
Was Babel had a place in it called Ur Kasdim. That's where Avraham was thrown into the fire by Nimrod. Where is Babel? That's Babylon. That's Iraq. Iraq, if you want to see it in English. It's go find me one African American black guy in Iraq. Find one. You're not going to find. Now, I love black people. I have plenty of black students and black friends. But don't tell.
Ain't that what they always say when they don't want to sound racist? I love black people. I have plenty of black students, black friends. My grandmother's homegirl is black. They go and play bingo together. Like, but we love black people. Come on, bro.
Hey, I know he's spitting all over his laptop recording this video.
Yeah, man. His laptop got COVID, H1N1, and the
swine flu.
Yeah, all of that at the same time.
Tell me that the color of your skin means that you're righteous or you're wicked, and even make it to seem that if I'm not the same color as you, therefore I'm not good.
So look, before he just continues, hey, he said there's no such thing as black people in Iraq. Now, I'm gonna say this. For the most part, he's right. Most of the people in the Middle East don't look like us. Is that because they aren't supposed to? Or is that because something happened to make us not look like the people look like in the Middle East anymore, right? Do I have my book down here? No, I must have moved it up. Oh, damn, it's right here. Let's see. All right. I'm gonna see what I can do about that in a minute. But for right now, I'll show you guys this, right? Something that we have to talk about. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28, 62. Read verse 64. Because exactly, like Sister Kalea here, right here said, right? We were scattered. That's the first thing you got to understand. We were definitely scattered. We were sent everywhere, right? But there was also two things that you have to put into perspective here, right? Does everybody know about Alexander the Greek freak? Huh? Alexander the Greek freak. Hold on a second.
The brother Daniel Simeon, he on point with it. This brother,
What'd he say? I ain't even
he
here.
said Alexander the Great on what he did with Egypt.
Oh, there you go. Bow.
This brother
I'm
sharp,
trying to
man.
figure
He
out.
need to come into the school, bro.
So
He's
look.
sharp. I've been watching his comments all the whole time. He's sharp.
So look, I'm gonna show you guys something real quick, just to let me back off what the brother said, right? So Alexander the Greek freak dies June 323 BC, right? So 323 BC. There's something else called the Arab slave trade, right? History in the Muslim world. I want to point this out for you guys right quick. Hey, give me Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 62.
This book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 62. And ye shall be left few in number, whereas ye were as the stars of heaven for multitude, because thou wouldest not obey the voice of the Lord thy God.
So you remember Baruch 29 said we're going to be left few in number? Deuteronomy says the same thing. We're going to be left few in number because we didn't obey the Lord our God. Go ahead.
Verse 63. And it shall come to pass that as the Lord rejoiced over you to do you good, and to multiply you to destroy Salakia, and to multiply you, so the Lord will rejoice over you to destroy you, and to bring you to naught, and ye shall be plucked from off the land whither thou goest to possess it.
So we're going to be plucked from these lands where we go to possess, man. That's a cyclical curse. That's not just for one situation. A lot of y'all think that the curses just happened one time. A lot of them didn't. A lot of them happened more than once to us, more than one time, right? So what we have to understand here is this curse here, us being plucked from the places we go to possess, that's anytime we was in slavery, anytime we get scattered, anytime we put in captivity, we could be plucked from that land and sent to a whole totally different place, right? Proof of that, keep reading.
Verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even to the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Do you see that? Now, we're going to be scattered, and we're going to be plucked from the lands that we go to possess because we didn't follow and keep the laws of the Lord our God, right? That's a curse that happened to the Israelites. That's supposed to be a sign and a wonder upon our seeds forever, not till 1948, forever, right? So, with that being said, let's test the history because history does not lie, regardless of what anybody says. It says the history of slavery in the Muslim world began with institutions inherited by pre-Islamic Arabia, before Islam, pre-Islamic. Who was running Islam before Islam? I mean, who was running the Arabic world before Islam? It was the Romans, the Greeks, Alexander and his freaks, right? He took over from Italy, Greece, Macedonia, like Athens, all of that area, right? To Punjab, India. So the entire Middle East is definitely included in that whole region, right? That's white people, Romans, Greeks, Macedonians that are able to walk through these lands, rape all these women, right? And men and children at will. Have babies with these people at will. There's no laws like there's in America. These are the people that invented pederasty. right? It's it's a cultural thing for them to be able to get a little boy for them to have sex with from time to time. That's also going to write their catalogs and be like their secretary that follows them around everywhere. It was their culture to do that type of stuff. So you don't think these same people aren't going to have situations where, you know, they actually can uh just sleep with everybody they want to sleep with all throughout the world, right? Or the Middle East for that matter. So just to continue, it says the practice of keeping slaves subsequently developed in radical different ways depending on the social political factors uh such as the Arab slave trade, right? Which is what we're talking about here. Non-Muslims could be enslaved, or any non-Muslim could be enslaved. Slakia. Throughout Islamic history, slaves served in various social and economic roles, from powerful emirs to harshly treated manual laborers, which was usually us. Fast forwarding a little bit, it says early on in Muslim history, slaves provided plantation labor similar to that of the early modern Americas, right? So the Muslims, the wild men, Ishmael, they had a very similar slave trade to the one in America, right? Which I guarantee you they learned from the people before them that they took the slaves from, which would be the Romans, right? Alexander's people, Antiochus people, Ptolemy's people, right? Seleucus people, all these folks. So it says that but this practice of these, you know, American like slave trades and stuff like that was abandoned after harsh treatment led to destructive slave revolts, aka they kept having a bunch of Hades happen and they got tired of it, so they changed the structure of the slavery, right? And the most notable one was the Zanj rebellion of 869 to 883, right? So, just to show you guys what the slaves were doing, similar to what it says the Bible says we'd be doing in the Bible, right? As part of our curses in these places that we get scattered to. Slaves were widely employed in irrigation, mining, animal husbandry, but most commonly as soldiers, guards, domestic workers, concubines slash sex slaves. Many rulers relied on military slaves, often in huge standing armies, and on slaves in in administration, to such a degree that the slaves could sometimes seize power, right? So you'd be like a visor for them, kind of like how Egypt had Joseph, right? But reason I read that, the Zanj rebellion was the most notable one. This rebellion right here, before we get back to the video, just to kind of prove why we don't have any black people in the Middle East, right? Because of all the, mind you, they said it wasn't just this one. There was many rebellions like this. This rebellion itself lasted 20 years, right? Check this out. So first of all, when did the Arabs take back the Middle East from the Romans, right? From the 1620s onward. So the first thing you have to understand, the reason there's no black people in the Middle East is because white people were mixing with us and kicking us from the land and putting us in slavery and scattering us from 323 BC when Alexander died to the 620s AD. That's hundreds of years. Okay? Hundreds of years. So that's a lot of time for them to, you know, change the scope of an area if they're all in that one area doing everything that they're doing. Nobody's in America doing anything. Nobody's in France. Nobody's in Russia, Germany. Ain't that many people over there. Everybody, the whole mix up, people is trading from Africa, from Asia to the Middle East, and we're already there, right? So that's what you got to understand. Everything's happening in that area. So it's very easy for them to change the scope. That's where everything's at. That's where everyone's at that they got to rape. And Esau's trying to get every single last person. You know how he is. So, yeah. They changed the scope. And all the people that they weren't able to, you know, change, they kicked out and moved out the land. Like in Egypt, when you do the history of Egypt, the real commissions, they're in like Sudan and stuff like that, further south of Egypt, as opposed to being there because Ptolemy and them took over that land. You feel me? So something else we could look at right quick before we move on. Judah, give me First Peter 1:1 right quick, just to prove these people were still there, right? If we go to the what was I gonna look at? Yeah, these. Everybody's seen the monuments of Petra Rockwood, right? That's that rock that Mount Seir. It's got the stone carvings that look just like Rome. Those weren't there when Esau was there originally as the Edomites, right? When he came as the Romans is when he changed that to make it look Roman. Okay? That was changed in 1st century BC, 100 years before Christ came on the scene, roughly, right? It says the monastery, Petra's first largest monument, dates from 1st century BC. So the first Roman thing that they made in the 1st century BC. It was dedicated to Obadas the first and is believed to be a symbolism of Obadas the god. This information is inscribed in ruins of the monastery and the name is in Arabic. So they don't even speak Roman. These people that were doing this stuff in Petra, they're Romans that are now speaking Arabic because they've been in the land for that damn long. Do you guys understand what I'm explaining to you guys here? Judah, is it making sense? You're on mute. I don't know if you
Salaki, I said Khan, Salaki.
Oh, Con. All right, just making sure it's making sense. I'm trying to show you guys that his biggest argument is that there's no black people in Iraq, right? I'm showing you guys why. Alexander had Iraq in his grasp. He was able to move us from there, right? The Muslims had the slave trade where they were able to move us from there. Let me show you guys this Zanji rebellion stuff right quick, so you can see who was involved in that, so you can find out where these people went, right? Where are all the niggas at? Zanj rebellion, however you pronounce this junk, Zinj, whatever, the word al-Zanj. It says, was a major revolt against the Abbasid Caliphate. So this is a caliphate, the Abbasid, however you want to pronounce it. They're these people that was basically doing a lot of harm to the Israelites that was over there. They was the ones cutting off our hands and all that type of stuff on our feet when we did something they didn't like, and we didn't want to convert to Islam. These people. From 869 to 883, we was revolting against them, right? And where Basra, Idumea. It says in present day southern Iraq and led, where? Damn, Iraq, and led by Ali ibn Muhammad. The insurrection involved enslaved Bantu speaking people, aka the Zanj, from South Africa, right? Do you know that these people are in the same area that the Limba people are at? Do you know that the Limba people are considered Bantu people and people connected to them? So with that being the case, many of these people, if not all of them, could have been Israelites. They're the ones that do this slave rebellion. You're on mute, Judah. They're on people that do this slave rebellion. And we're in a situation where, they're kicking us out the land now. Now they're killing us. They're kicking us out the land. They're scattering us once they stop the rebellion to gain control. Right? That's how they got the Middle East back. So just wanted to put that out there. That's why there's no black people there anymore. All right? That's the history proving why there's no black people there anymore. And if you go to 1 Peter 1:1, read that right quick.
Con, this is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 1 and verse 1. Peter, an apostle of Hamashiach Yahushua, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia, elect according to the foreknowledge of Yahweh the Father, through sanctification of the Spirit unto obedience, and sprinkling of the blood of Hamashiach Yahushua, grace unto you and peace be multiplied.
So look, he's greeting to the strangers and the elect according to the foreknowledge of the Most High, which means they're Israelites, but they're still scattered during the time of the great Peter, who he doesn't believe in. He thinks he's an idol worshiper or whatever, but whatever, right? We know Peter isn't, and Peter knows that the Israelites at this time are scattered still. What's his name? uh what's that historian that everybody like? Josephus. Josephus even said that the Israelites were scattered during this time, and even writes about different slave like sightings and stuff like that that he saw of our people being put in captivity, right? And then we have this. What, and also to land me back off of Peter, you got John, the brother of Christ, who does a whole greeting to the 12 tribes scattered abroad to the four corners of the earth, right? So just want to put that out there too. But then you have this. This is the Suez Canal, folks, right? This this Suez Canal was built for them to be able to make the argument that he's about to continue to make as we play the video again, right? This is a hole in the ground that they've made. They've told you that it's a thing that they constructed from Egypt a long time ago, but the Egyptians, the difference between the Egyptians constructing it and us constructing it, the Egyptians and us look similar. So it was no controversy on whether the Egyptians were a type of people or not, black people or white people or whatever, right? Now there's that type of controversy because there's a Ptolemy and Alexander and Antiochus that lived in Egypt, and they made the place white, right? There's a Ptolemy, a Antiochus, a Seleucus, a Alexander, and all them other people that lived in the Middle East and ran over the Middle East and ran through the Middle East. And now it's white. There were these people called the Ottoman Turks that descended from these people that did the same thing in the name of Islam and made it more white, right? And then from those people, if you remember our Boule video, they moved to England, and you get the Queen's family from that, right? So all of this stuff is why they built the Suez Canal on November 17th, 1869 is when it was finished. And it took 10 years to build, right? This thing was built so that they could separate the land to make it look like the people in the Middle East that are all light-skinned and stuff now look completely different than the people in Africa. So this is how it's supposed to be. And to give it a little bit more of a, reverence, the people in Egypt look closer to the people over there than they do look to the people in Africa because they're mixed Arabs, right? Or Arabs themselves. So that was their agenda, right? Part of the crafty council. The other nations were a part of it too, even though Egypt and the Ishmaelite nations are paying the price for it now because Esau's there. He ain't going nowhere till it's time to for him to go somewhere. So, but that's what's going on here. So I just wanted to put that out there as well. They also built and constructed a whole landmass to try to make this argument that he's making be a possible argument for them to make, right? So with that, we will get back to the video. All right. Y'all hit the like button if you haven't already, Baba Cashapp.
This is moronic. Even more so when your whole testament is literally something you can collapse in a matter of a few minutes because you don't even know your own history. You don't even know your.
You could read books like Babylon and Timbuktu that actually tell you that there's over 1 million niggas that left Israel under Idumean, Edomite, Amalekite, Khazarian, Jewish, hairy, duck, monkey, baboon captivity and went to Africa. Africa, where the blacks live, right? There's books like the Tariq al-Fatash from the Muslims that document in the 1500s that these same niggas from Israel that went to Africa were still there, all the way in West Africa. And they had 7 leaders named Solomon, Shalaman, Shemaiah, all these Israelite names, right? And those were the leaders of their people. They had 33 whales and all type of different stuff. And these African people under Asika Muhammad put them in captivity if they didn't want to follow the Islam faith, right? And those that didn't want to follow it, they sent to the white man to be slaves. And this is what started the slave trade in West Africa with the Dutch. You see? So it's all history that we could prove. But he says we don't know our history and everything we're saying is moronic. But what's crazy is white people wrote these books. White people wrote the books that we get the information from. Y'all are the ones that track the history because y'all are the ones doing the stuff. You gave us the story to be able to repeat the stuff that we're saying. Look it up and verify it. So I don't know why you're so mad.
Own history. You're going to tell me they came from black people? Where did Avraham come from? He came from Iraq, eating madbucha, eating falafel, eating shawarma, not eating the food that you like. He's not eating hot wings. He's eating falafel. He's eating shawarma.
All right, hold on. Give me Genesis 2 and 7. Because every time I hear that, it pisses me off.
He's an idiot.
Man, Judah took us off the screen.
He's an idiot. We've been off the screen for a minute.
I know.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 2, and verse 7.
He said, show me where Abraham comes from. What does Abraham look like? Blah, 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 blah. Right? Genesis 2 and 7.
And the Most High God formed man in the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul.
So since he wants us to start at Bereshit says that man was made from what? The dust of the sand?
The dust of the ground.
The dust of
you can't even come over like dust. Right.
The dust of drywall.
The dust of the ground.
I don't know what else is white. The dust of salt.
The dust of the ground.
The dust of sugar.
The dust of the ground, brother.
Okay, so I don't understand. Yeah. All right. Let's go to Moses, right? Maybe Moses will explain something to it. Give me Exodus chapter 4. Verse 6.
God said he cut himself. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, Salakia.
Let us see if Moshe himself is black or if he's white. There's no way that there's anybody in the Bible that's black. There's no way that any of the Israelites could have been black. He said that.
Right.
Let's see.
This is the book of Moses. I mean, the book of Moses. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4 and verse 6. And the Most High said furthermore unto him, put now thine hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow.
Look, let me show you, right? He put his hand in his bosom. His hand's like this. Put it in his bosom. Now his hand look like this. He's like, what the hell? What's going on? And then keep reading.
Verse 7. And he said, put thine hand into thy bosom again. And he put his hand back into his bosom. And behold, it turned again as his other flesh. Where's the miracle?
That's what happened, bro. Okay? Let me show you again.
We're trying to do magic tricks.
He put it back in the bosom. He's a nigga again. All right. So that's what we have to understand here. Okay. It's not rocket science. Same thing happened with Miriam in Numbers 12 and 10. We don't got to read that. Let's get Job 30 and 30.
Come.
Let's creep out the Torah a little bit. Let's get to Tanakh.
It's the book of Job, chapter 30 and verse 30. My skin is black upon me, and my bones are burned with heat.
My bones are my burns are burned with heat.
My burns are burnt.
His burns are burnt. Look, yeah, brother, black. So look, this is another brother. His bones is burned with heat, and he's black. White people's burns. See, now you got me saying that. White people's bones don't burn with heat. They don't turn black when they burn. When
Turn
white people
orange.
burn, they turn orange and red and pink and they blister up.
They blisters be pink.
Y'all could get liver spots at 10 years old if you get hot enough. You know what I'm saying? So that's something we got to understand there. Now, if we go to the New Testament that he doesn't believe in, that's what's crazy. They're still black. Acts chapter 13 and 1. What's that Jay-Z song? Still nigga?
Right. It's the book of Acts, chapter 13 and verse 1. Now, there were in the church that was in Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called nigger.
That was called nigger.
Nigger.
See? Nigger. Hold on. I'm trying to Bible.
Yeah, you about to about to say let's go ahead and get, because they might say it's Niger, meaning it's something different. Let's see what it means.
Nah, cause if you go and look it up, it says it's nigger.
You
And
can't get away from it.
when you go on YouTube or Google Translate, whatever it is, and you type the word in Latin and you ask them to let you listen to the translation, they say nigger. Nigger. Right? So it's a nigger still. And when you do the etymology research on it, the word nigger with 2 G's, it's the same word. It's just got 2 G's to help the American accent. That's it. Now, if we read the same verse in a living translation, which you guys can see on the screen now, right? Oh, I'm tripping. Ha 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 ha. Couldn't see it on the screen. You'll be able to see it on the screen right now. It says, this is Acts chapter 13, verse 1, New Living Translation, as in new living words, words for living times, words for right now. Among the prophets and teachers at the church at Antioch of Syria were Barnabas, Simeon, called the Black Man. So he's over here. There's no way that these people were black. But the Bible is telling you today they would be actually called the Black Man, which is the same thing niggas was called, right? Or what we're called now. What we were called was niggas. Now niggas is called the Black Man. You understand? So that's that on that. I mean, heck, for the rest of the video, we could just chill and let him back himself into a hole. I think we've, basically debunked everything he said so far. Hasn't been able to say anything. So let's get back to what he's going to say next. He just finished talking about how the people in Iraq don't eat hot wings. They eat falafel. And people of the Bible didn't eat hot wings. They eat falafel. But is it safe to say that if we weren't in captivity, we wouldn't eat hot wings?
Right. And then the falafel is fried chickpeas. Like let's be real.
Niggas ain't really worried about that. Come on now.
Let's be real. Like,
come on now.
Come on. Stop.
That's the best thing you could think of.
That's why your cap almost fell off. Stop. Stop the cap.
Goodness gracious.
This is where Avraham came from. And after that, Avraham, where does it say this? It says it in the Tower of Babel, but even more, it says it in the verses themselves, where it says, ויחי תרח 70 שנה, ויולד את אברהם, את נחור ואת הרן. ואלה תולדות תרח, תרח הוליד את אברהם, את נחור ואת הרן. והרן הוליד את לוט. וימת הרן על פני תרח, אביו, בארץ מולדתו, באור.
All right, I'm sorry.
There's a lot of spit.
He's spitting a lot in that sound that just.
Hey, bro, he sound like a dude from the Looney Tunes who couldn't never catch bugs.
Yeah, bro. He is buzzed. Like, he's buzzing.
He's bugged out.
Time of Avraham Avinu. So, you see, Rabotai.
Y'all seen how much I fast forwarded? He was talking about that one subject that whole time. Just wanted y'all to see that.
Those idiots, and I emphasize idiots.
And then he shut the book on that. So he read a bunch of Hebrew, got the whole book wet, and then shut the book.
Nobody knows what he was saying. He just got the page sticky.
That's and that's why the Most High allows us to speak English, and that's why the Most High, as great as He is, put the book in languages that we would be able to understand and had it as best translated in those languages as possible, right? Because, like, literally, we can teach people and give understanding. We can give edification in the languages that we have right now, based on the languages that we speak. He could speak the Hebrew and still can't give an ounce of edification to anybody. Isn't that a problem?
Right.
Isn't that a problem?
That's why the Bible says if you speak in tongues, you have to have someone there to interpret.
Yeah. He's there to interpret, but still can't give an understanding. That's the issue. That's how you know they're not the Israelites.
Are people that are a danger to society. Why? Not because of their demeanor and their gigantic size and their weird clothes, but rather because
he said, not because we're black and we're really tall, most of us, some of us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I'm not that. But what I'm thinking when he was in New York, I feel my spirit is telling me he ran into Bakwash.
Or Shower Paul.
He ran into Elder Bakwash. Yeah. He probably could have run into Shower Paul too. Bakwash or Shower Paul. Two big brothers that's in New York that would slap the black off of you, right? And have actually done it before on camera. You know what I'm saying? There's that video of Elder Bakwash from the 14th Street slapping the Pink Panther. And when he tried to put the yarmulke on his head, he slapped the white out of him. And then, we all know I don't want Sharpar, what he do, how he get down. So
self-defense, might I add.
Yeah. So, I mean, my spirit is just telling me he ran into one of them brothers. And he's just got this image of them stuck in his head. And he thinks, all of us are represented by that. So, yeah.
When they speak in such a demeanor, with such oomph behind their voice. And
we don't
intimidating,
speak like yachts. That's what he's trying to say. We speak like men with such oomph. We ain't like just, and brothers just, they speak with such an oomph behind their voice. And see, he's trying to talk like that, and it still don't sound like he's real, He don't sound like he gonna win a fight with that voice he's using right now.
No.
We could talk calm and be cool and still sound like we more austere than he is. Right?
Facts.
He could get loud, sound like one of them boxing coaches from New York, and still don't scare nobody. He doesn't like that about us, as you see. Everything he's saying right now is what he doesn't like about us that he's really jealous of. He's jealous that brothers got statures that's big and stuff like that. He's jealous that brothers is powerful and that we could speak with confidence. And then afterwards, people believe us. Watch, he's about to say that. He's mad that people actually believe what we're saying and that we sound confident saying it. Like, how dare you niggas have the black audacity to be confident in what you're saying? That's the black audacity. That's how he's acting right now.
In command of their beliefs, that it actually sounds like what they're saying is true.
Hold on, wait.
People follow them.
Is that why you're doing the same thing?
Hey, look.
Voice and command of their beliefs, that oomph behind their voice and command of their beliefs, that it actually sounds like what they're saying is true. So people follow them. In together.
So wait. Time. Flag on the play. Offside.
We speak with such oomph behind
Carry,
our voice.
clipping, all of those. Okay, roughing the passer. What's going on here? Now, is this why you're talking? You're trying to talk with some oomph behind your voice? Because most of the time when people talk fast and loud, they're trying to get something past you, and you try to sound confident and blah, 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 blah. When we speak on the street, it's because the Bible says, cry aloud and spare not. But you're in a room by yourself. You couldn't talk like this and get your point across and get people to believe you.
He didn't even have nobody he was doing a commentary with, but he's screaming.
That's what I'm saying. So
he got books behind him like he's in the library.
Because brothers yell, or not even yell, because brothers speak with zeal or passion, or like men, they're trying to trick people into believing that what they're saying is true. But you're by yourself and you're yelling in your house with no traffic, New York traffic, with no taxis running around, with not 100 people passing you at the same time, no street performers out there performing, just you in your man-made library. Come on. Let's think about it. All right. The brother fell off. All right, we're gonna wait on him to come back in because I know that was an accident. All right. Hey, do me a favor.
StreamYard rude as hell.
Yeah. Hey, do me a favor. If you're enjoying the class, put a 7 in the chat, Baba Cashapp. If you're enjoying the class. If you've liked the class, put a 2 in the chat. If you shared the class, put a 1 in the chat. Once again, if you enjoy the class, put a 7. If you already hit the like button, hit a 2. And if you shared it, hit a 1. Let's see what people is doing. We need that help. So if you did all of them, put 721 or 127 or 217, whichever
This
one you want to
got y'all playing a numbers game tonight. Goodness gracious. Hey, I'm gonna hold on. I want him to talk a little bit more. Cause he's about to. Y'all hear how racist this guy is? Do y'all just hear how racist he is? And he's a convert. He said, "You're going to come into my house and my religion and try to use my Torah." And he's a convert. Come on, bro.
Genom. And guess what? They're also going to go to Genom. Who's not going to go to Genom? Someone that studies.
So all of you on Milk Monday, most I will, you're not going to go to Genom because you got studied. This guy, duck monkeys are meant to burn. It is what it is.
And doesn't make things up.
Why they don't fly well.
Based on their preferences of their skin color and their shoe size. And
it's not our preference. Damn, he keeps talking about stuff he don't like about us.
Shoe
like,
size.
You have big shoes. You don't like that? Like big.
He said that he's jealous of other stuff. Salaki.
He's man. Esau, you gay, bro. There's something wrong with you. Talking about feet, shoe size. Come on, brother.
Yo, like for real. Hold on, Slocky. Why did that even come out? Like
why?
Why
he said it. Look, he just tried to skate over that. You saw that, right?
Shoe size, bro. Look. Oh, he insecure now.
He's probably 5'2". Look how small his hands are. Yeah.
Also gonna go to Genom. Who's not gonna go to Genom? Someone that studies and doesn't make things up based on their preferences of their skin color and their shoe size and their hair preference and even what gel they put in their hair.
We don't use gel, brother.
You're an idiot. Sisters might put it on their edges, but y'all use gel.
Not for their whole head, though.
Right.
Brother.
Nobody does that, my guy.
We ain't moisturizing our hair with gel. No, we don't do that. We use oils and greases, brother. It's oils and greases, Esau. I know y'all ain't used to that. We gonna teach you in the kingdom. We gonna teach you.
Want to be righteous? Follow the way of God of Israel.
Hold on.
Not the God of the Israelites and the God of the Christians and the Messianics and all these Baba Meisters that are out there.
We're Baba Meisters. What's a Baba Meister?
Him.
Follow the God of Israel. Who's the God of Israel? 5 books of Moses. Read it.
The God of Israel is just the 5 books of Moses.
He's an idiot.
Do you guys want to believe this guy? Do y'all want to hear? Like, come on, bro. 5 books of Moses. Follow the God of Israel. What is God of Israel? The 5 books of Moses. So
Let me ask you
Isaiah
something
wasn't
though.
inspired by the God of Israel?
Yo, watch this. This is about to answer your question, right? You had me read Deuteronomy 18 and 15, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is not Deuteronomy the last book of the 5 books of Moses?
Mm-hmm.
So if we are supposed to listen to the one that comes after Moses, and Moses ends the 5 books that is in the Torah, who's the other person we were supposed to listen to? And what was his writing?
Guess it's Rabbi Reuben.
He's an idiot. Anybody who comes to you saying that, you need to ask him that. The words of God is the 5 books of Moses. But in Deuteronomy 18 and 15, it says there's going to be a person that will come after Moses, and we should listen to him. Where is this person's writing if we don't listen to anything outside of the 5 books of Moses? Just that alone, he's disqualified. He's an idiot. And that's why I put idiot on the thumbnail. He's an idiot.
Hey, that's simple as it get right there. Give me John. Give me Jeremiah 50 and 6. Because I think he's gonna say something crazy right before we close out.
With commentary by Rashi, you'll understand a little bit more. After that, we can talk further because there's a whole lot more to the Torah than what you're seeing. But first thing you have to do, abandon those false beliefs and that wicked behavior that's abusing society and the public at large. And even more so, stop claiming to know more than the Jews who received the Torah.
I agree. Stop claiming to know more than us.
The real Jews.
You fool. Because you clearly don't. We show it in every video we make. Y'all don't know more than us. No matter what camp it is, what group it is, what brother it is. Even the sisters be on there kicking out behind. Like, y'all aren't smarter than us. So take your own advice and stop trying to know more than the Jews. If your own rabbis, the real ones, are saying that we're the Israelites, that we're the Jews, listen to Harry, right? Stop trying to act like you know more than us. Listen to the one that said, they know more than you, and they don't ask for you nothing. They don't ask for nothing. They know more than you, and they're stronger than you are, right? He said that. Listen to him, because he's right, and we prove it every time. Okay?
Torah at Mount Sinai and are observant to that Torah till this day.
That's something else. The real Jews weren't observant of the Torah to this day.
He's
the Bible
an
said that.
idiot. He's
You
an
keep
idiot.
repeating stuff that the Bible doesn't say. We don't have to get into the New Testament. Just the Torah and Tanakh say that the Israelites with Moses said we would go into captivity, we would discontinue from our heritage, and then Jeremiah and Isaiah and Zechariah, Micah, all these different people confirmed it.
He is an idiot.
They
And
confirmed
these Jews will get with you on the street once you make them hold to the fact that they or make them prove that they fit Deuteronomy 28, 15 on down. They will sit there and argue with you, saying they fit those curses. What, ain't one of those curses losing your heritage? But the first thing they will pull out is say, we've never lost our heritage. Last week, didn't you say that dude that we was talking about last week said the same thing? They were never lost.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, bro.
We've been around for, we've just been subjugated this whole time. We've been kicked out of this land, that land, and this land, and that land. But my family could track themselves all the way back to David. But the real Israelites can't because we were lost. We lost our heritage. But they said, no, the 10 tribes are lost. They lost 10 tribes. My family, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, we've been here. We know what we're doing. Yeah. We know who we are. We're actually helping you guys come back. And it's going to be a reunion of all the tribes. That's what he said. We don't believe that.
Stop pretending you know more than us when you don't even.
Stop pretending you know more than us when you're not even black. He didn't want me to say that.
even know our language, and neither do you
The language we don't need to know because the Bible says we don't need to know it. He says that we will be spoken to with stammering lips and another tongue. Now we're learning the language because it's our heritage and we're trying to come back to that. But the Bible says he will speak to us with stammering lips and another tongue, not the language that we were given on Mount Sinai. The Bible says that. The Torah, the Tanakh say that.
even know our God. You know something you created, and you are acting simply like a fool. That's going to end where foolish people are, like Ephron. So this, Rabotai, is something that is a cancer in society today, because there are speakers that know how to speak. Sometimes they'll be in the middle of a street. Sometimes they'll be in a church with 250,000 people. Sometimes they'll be in a stage at a TED Talk, and they speak in a certain demeanor, a certain amount of confidence.
We ever been in a TED Talk?
What the hell that is?
Well,
Certain amount of information, certain amount of cockiness that is impressive upon the weak, the ignorant. And what ends up happening is that they take advantage of those little innocent sheep. Now, why are the innocent sheep allowed to be taken? Why does God allow it? Who told you to be a sheep?
Why does God allow his sheep to fall victim to the words that the Israelites speak? I'm not going to call it fall victim. Why does the Most High allow the sheep to be taken by the Israelites, is what he said, right? Jeremiah 50 and 6.
Con, this book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 6. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains, and they have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place.
See, the real Israelites are lost sheep. We forgot our resting place. So we were basically made to be sheep, the real chosen people. Give me John chapter 10, verse 27.
Con, this is the book of John, chapter 10 and verse 27.
Because something else that we know that you're not involved in because you don't believe in in Hamashiach Yahushua is, being saved and everything like that. But for the ones that hope to do so, hope to be saved, hope to make it back to Israel the way that the Bible says we're going to make it back to Israel, not via the Balfour Declaration, right? These people would be the sheep that hear the voice of the Most High that he sent in his son Yahushua. And this scripture proves it. Go ahead.
This is the book of John, chapter 10 and verse 27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me.
So his sheep hear his voice. He knows us, and we follow him. So you said, why does God allow the sheep to be taken? Well, hold on. Let me let you say it.
Allowed to be taken sheep. Now, why are the innocent sheep allowed to be taken? Why does God allow it? Who told you to be a sheep?
Read it again, Judah.
Verse 10, John chapter 10, verse 27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me.
Keep reading.
Verse 28. And I give them eternal life. Slaki, and I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand.
So he told us to be sheep, and he said, you can't change that because you can't pluck us out of his hand, you duck monkey. All right. I'm done, guys. Hope you enjoyed the class. Just want to prove these guys don't know what they're talking about, as you see. But go ahead, Drew.
Right.
I'm done. I ain't
That's
got
right. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for watching. We hope y'all enjoyed the class. Won't too long, short, sweet, to the point. All right. Let me see real quick. I'm gonna go look at this right here. Matter of fact, this is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to post our new feast day calendar real quick, because it's the same days as they've been. All right, but we want everybody to be in tune with what we got going on. Stay in tune for San Francisco because I know they've been holding new moon. Stay in tune for Atlanta as they start doing their new moons. All right, North Carolina, we're going to be doing ours.
Oh,
all right.
also, Salaki,
Yo,
Atlanta will be having camp at Little 5 Points.
that's right.
Right, we got the spot basically right in the middle of it at the park. So park at Little 5 Points. You guys will be able to find it. You can Google it. It's right there in the middle of it when you pull up. So if you ever want to pull up at camp, it's only like maybe 10 minutes from the old spot we was at. So
that's right. Now, hey, listen.
Same size place. We got 3 different parking lots you could choose from. So it's a good spot. Y'all come out, support the camp.
That's right. That's right. Hey, listen. Right. Hey, Carlatella, I was just about to answer that for you. If you want this calendar, please send us an email to anointedhos@gmail.com. I will send this to you quick, fast, and in a hurry. Once again, it's anointedhos@gmail.com. It's right there on the screen. All right. If you want to feast with us, all right, if you want to feast with North Carolina, you will send an email to anointedhosnc@gmail.com. If I'm not mistaken, San Francisco's is anointedhossf@gmail.com.
And we have AnointedHOS ATL.
There you go. AnointedHOSATL@gmail.com. Easy enough for the 3 locations that we currently have. All right. We appreciate y'all support. Sister Claire said, let me know what's needed. We definitely appreciate that. Sisters, man, we need your help, man. Y'all not sideline citizens. We're going to make sure that y'all help us. All right. So she said she's sending an email for the campsite. I will get you that information. I'm on the email right now.
Which city you in, sister? This a car?
Yeah, sister. She said
she wants.
This is I want to San Francisco. All praises. If you want to, y'all can send all the emails to anointedhos@gmail.com. I'll make sure that it gets to you get the information. Richmond. All right, Richmond. So you're close to North Carolina.
Yeah.
So send me an email to anointedhos@gmail.com. Richmond is about 3 hours, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 2.5. We got some brothers and sisters that be coming from Richmond sometime. All right. So hey, we forgot to. Hey, listen, these coming soon. If you want to support, these are coming soon. You know what I'm saying? So be on the lookout for those. We got a website about to drop. You can buy everything off the website. What have you. Sisters can buy shirts too. Hey, if you're a sister that knows how to do fringes, send us an email at anointedhos@gmail.com because we're probably going to be sending sisters the shirts to fringe up for us. That is the service that, you know what I'm saying, the sisters can bring to the table to help us in this movement as far as the food and the fringes and things of that nature. We appreciate it. We love y'all for that. And we definitely going to utilize any talents that you guys have. All right. So make sure you send those emails to anointedhos@gmail.com. All right. And we're gonna do some things. We're gonna do some things. All right. Lahama, make sure you send me an email. I want to know what you're talking about. You said I got a couple right now. Just send me an email. All right, but here's the feast day calendar. The next new moon is January 21st. All right, the 11th month, January 21st at even. So make sure, all right, that you send us an email, and we will love to have you feasting with us. All right. So there you go. If you want the copy of this, send me an email. I already got a couple emails already, so. Let's go, y'all go ahead and send them emails, and I will answer you swiftly. All right. So with that,
hey,
go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say it. You good? Oh, so we are the Anointed House of Saints, and it's the saints that are gonna take the kingdom, possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Shalom.
Shalom.
This is not a test.
Jesus, black music, black skin, black thoughts, black Jesus, black music, black skin,